Hi, hello, it's Pip here from queenpipcards.com. Welcome to today's video. Today and pretty much all this week we're talking about Artfully Aware stamp set, but also some of the new stamps that are coming out and the new celebration stamp sets that are currently out. So today I'm going to show you how to make this card. This card combines the Artfully Aware stamp set, which has some fantastic images and sentiments on for people who are going through struggles, really. Doesn't have to be cancer, doesn't have to be dementia, doesn't have to be, you know, Parkinson's or any of the big things that happen in our lives. It could just be that people need a hug, they're going through a tough time at work, tough time with a husband, could be anything. But I'm also pairing it with this new stamp set that's available to purchase from the 1st of March, so not long now. And this is called More Than Words, and it coordinates with the celebration items that have been out and about for a few weeks now. I'm trying to get that so it's not shining lights on in your eyes. It's been out for a few weeks, the celebration items, since the 3rd of January, plus some new ones that came out just on the 15th of Feb, but it's quite good actually as a standalone stamp set. So I liked it because it's got a couple of things that I don't have. So I don't have very many Easter wishes. I don't have anything that says Bravery like that, and it's got some really fun things. So leaping for joy is easy to do when I have a friend as amazing as you. That's quite good if you want to pair it with the frogs. You've got New Year's, jumping in, hopping by. This today calls for something sweet, so obviously that would fit with the what are they? The cupcakes, yeah, the cupcake stamp set. Then you've got thanks for blank with extra sprinkles on top. Again, I guess that pairs with that. Today calls for something sweet with extra sprinkles on top, so definitely with a cupcake theme. I like this because adulting is hard. I know a few mums who at the moment last week was half term, they definitely say adulting is hard. You have so much courage and strength. Thanks for looks beautiful on you. So like Bravery looks beautiful on you, that would work. And then you've got this big wishes that's split in half, which I quite like. So you can do one half one and then cut that piece out and have like a split wishes with birthday in the middle. I think that looks great. Yeah, just some really fun things to do with words. It does have a punch that coordinates with it, but I don't have the punch. I decided to just go with the stamp sets personally, although now I am wishing that I had actually bought the punch. Isn't that always the way? But I thought actually Bravery and you have so much courage and strength also would fit quite nicely with the Artfully Aware. So that's what I've paired today. So that's what we're going to be making today. So it's a really quick card, so we'll crack on. We need a Whisper White card base. This one is my tent fold that I normally do. So Whisper White cut in half at 10.5, folded at 14.9. This one obviously is your normal book fold. So that's cut in half this way at 14.9 and then folded at 10.5. So that's one way, this is the other way. You're going to need a piece of Whisper White cardstock that goes on top of that. This is a matte layer, which is, you can't actually see that, but it's 10 by 14.4. So it's just half a centimetre difference from the top layer. So it just gives you that nice little border. Some other things that you will need, obviously the stamp sets, that's kind of a given. You'll also need your Flirty Flamingo and your Berry Burst ink pads. Berry Burst is one of our outgoing in colours. It's in at the moment, but it will be leaving us at the end of May, which might not seem that, it might seem a long way away when we're only in February, but this week, end of this week is March, and then it'll be April, and then it'll be May. And I do know that the in colours, when they're leaving us and retiring, they go really quickly. So if you love the in colours or any of the in colour items, so like I'm using here today, one of the little buttons, the flower buttons, if you like them, get them now before they go, because once they've run out they won't restock them. So that's just a little early heads up for in colour items. Okay, Flirty Flamingo obviously is going to stay with us because it's now a new in colour, which is great, but I don't think there'll be any more in colours coming in, coming back quickly because they've just had a colour refresh, so it's unlikely. Now in my little trug, my little lovely purple trug, I have a few other things. I have a pearlized doily, which is actually white on one side, so you could just use white, but I like the pearlized. So pearlized doily, as I said, one of these lovely, got sparkles on my fingers, one of these lovely little buttons. They come in all 5 in colours. Little flower button, that's cute. Some baker's twine, some of the white flax ribbon, and then you're going to need a piece of some pieces of other cardstock. So a piece of berry burst, this one is 6.5 centimetres in square, and then a piece of whisper white, which is 6 centimetres square, so that layers on top of that. And then I just had an offcut, it's like 2 centimetre strip, and what I've done is I've run it through the floral embossing folder. This one, I'll just take the white out so you can see it, this floral embossing folder. So it's now got this little piece from the middle here. So I cut it first, chopped off the 2 ends. I don't know how long that is. It's just wider than my 6.5 centimetres. And then basically I laid the piece of cardstock in, which way? This way. Laid the piece of cardstock into my embossing folder that way, closed it up, ran it through my Big Shot, and now I have a small embossed piece of cardstock. And I just wanted to have a little bit more zhuzhy going on, because otherwise it's quite a plain card. So I quite like that. Just a little piece of embossing just makes all the difference, I think. So then that's it. That's your bits. So let's put those together. So we're going to go for some berry burst, and we're going to use the sentiment, "You have so much courage, strength, and then the bravery bit comes down the bottom. I'm going to lean in. Make sure you're kind of okay with where you want it to be. Where do I want it to be? About there. I don't think that's going to be straight. Oh no, that's very crooked. Is it crooked? Yeah, very crooked. Turn that over and start again. Very crooked, Pip. I might have to stand up, hold on. Because it's a little stamp and I'm doing it at the very top. I need to get higher so I can see over it. There we go. Much better. Still a little bit crooked, I think, but no, that's better. That's my eyes. Okay, so that goes right at the top up there. Then with Flirty Flamingo, so our Flirty Flamingo ink pad, which I think I'm going to need to re-ink at some point. It's getting a little bit light in the middle, which generally suggests that it needs a re-ink. I'm inking up my Bravery stamp. Now, that one I put on a kind of a jaunty angle, which I quite like, but I'm going to see what it looks like a bit more straight up, straight. I don't know, I don't like that now, looking at it, straight up, straight down. No, I'm going to go jaunty again. There we go. Better. All right. So that's our stamping done. I told you it was quick. So, at least for the base piece. Now what we need to do is we need to stamp the lady, 2 girls, mum and daughter, I'm thinking. And this is also in Flirty Flamingo. And this is using this lovely mum and daughter, or 2 sisters, or aunt and niece, could be 2 just good friends, who knows. We're going to just pop that down on there. And I do love these sort of wispy pencil drawn images, because I think they're very evocative. So that's that, done and dusted. And now really it's just all about assembling. So we are going to, first of all, put this piece down, get some snail, and just put a bit of snail there, roughly middle top of the card. Okay, I'm just going to whack on that there. And then this piece, I'm going to use multi-purpose glue, and this piece is attached to the base with the glue. It's going to sit straight down there-ish, I think. There we go. Cool, you can see I've got yellow fingers from the last project I worked on. This should leave us enough room to put this here. Yeah. So again, this is going to go straight down, and you can have it embossed, debossed, or embossed. I like embossed, I think. Yeah. Put that down there. And I've left a little bit of a gap on purpose. We're going to use a little bit of tear tape now. Not too much. Just enough to put some tear tape in there. And it's going to go in that gap. There we go. I call it tear tape. It's tear and tape. Tear and tape? Tear and tape. Oh no, tear tape for me. Right, here we go. We're going to put a piece of ribbon down like that. I should have cut this beforehand, but never mind, we'll cut it now. It'll all be fine, I'm sure. There we go. Just going to follow, basically I just want to follow the line of that pink bit. There we go. Alright. Now, I discovered with the other one that when we put this button on, it doesn't sit very well. So I'm going to pop it on a little, because I'd put that up, but I do like that higher. It needs dimension, I feel. So we're going to put this up on dimensionals. There we go. 2, 3, 4, at least 5. Tempted to do more, but I won't, because otherwise I'll get all unbalanced. I'll end up using the whole packet, so we'll try not to do that. There we go. This is gonna go in line with that. That's straight. Yep, there we go. Good, good. Now, I want to put that button, but I want the button to sit. I think I'm going to put the button actually on there. So we're going to pop this thread through. And the trick to putting the thread through is you need to cut the end first. If you try and use it with a pre-cut end, it's not going to work. Okay, take enough off to tie yourself a decent bow. And then I'm going to, whilst it's attached, like whilst it's just like this is when I'm going to put the mini dimensional on the bottom and attach that to my card, because that then holds it nice and steady so I can tie my bow and not get it in a mess, not getting it, you know, flying around the table. So we'll do a knot, do a bow. Okay, look at that. See, and then you can still adjust it because you're just adjusting the front of it. Perfect. Chop that bit off a bit, like that, and then glue. Just hide the incriminating evidence of the one that wasn't straight on the back. There we go. Get our Whisper White card base. Pop it down. There you go. I think that's probably about a 10-minute card, which for me is pretty quick. There you go. So that's a nice card. I will give these to some friends of mine who are going through some tough times. But you could also give them to charity. You just need to make sure that you stamp the Stampin' Up logo on the back, and then they can sell them if they want to. Or you can give them to the Ronald McDonald Hospitals so that they can use them for the patients there that, you know, might need to have a card for one of their patients or the family of the patients in Ronald McDonald. You could also give it to a local breast cancer charity, or any kind of charity would like a card like this. So, you know, don't think that you necessarily have to make a card and keep it for yourself. You can always donate them, give them away. Just make sure that you have the Stampin' Up logo on the back, and you can get the Stampin' Up logo either in the Make a Difference stamp set or in the Crafting Forever stamp set. You just need this little Stampin' Up piece, but I like this one very much because it's got some great crafty stamps on there. So you're getting some great stamps and the logo, and the Making a Difference is the same. It just has a lot of alphabet, so it's got all your alphabet stamps plus making a few sort of handmade by and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, why not make some cards for charity? The Artfully Aware stamp set is available today, and all the colours and everything. And then the new stamp set, More Than Words, is available from the 1st of March. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Please come again soon. Tell your friends, subscribe. Do whatever you have to do to make sure that you can come back again and watch me next time. And all the details for this card and everything that you need is in the description below. You can hop over and check out my website as well. Alright, thanks ever so much for watching. Take care now. Bye bye.